What up? What up? What up, everybody? Are y'all hearing? Y'all hearing the music play?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure. It was a little low on my end, but as long as we're playing, we're good.
It's a nice background bed.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Y'all.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Command This. This is episode 274 for your boys, doing a little all sports Tuesday sports turmoil talk today. So a little bit different from the norm. I figure we break up the monotony of talking Commanders all the time. It's a little bit slow. We got the OTAs coming up, a little bit of downside. So figure why not talk about a little bit of everything. So I am Steve. I'm joined by my homeboys Phil and Dev. That was Dev on the intro with all the music on this show producing. And what's good, fellas? How is your week going by so far?
Slow. Very, very slow.
Slow? What you mean slow?
Tuesday, dude. It's the worst day of the week.
Yeah, it is kind of like, I feel you. It's
I hate Tuesdays, bro.
Yeah.
I hate them.
Wednesday gets you right
Tuesday.
there.
That's why we created Taco Tuesday, was to give Tuesdays a reason to exist.
Yeah.
But so Yam is in the comments very actively complaining about the Mystics game tonight because the Mystics are terrible.
I did not see
They were down 1 at halftime, and apparently down at 5 minutes to go, and they're down 15. So
Who are they playing against?
Connecticut, I believe.
Oh, so that's I know so, or Sabrina. I know so, but the dope one.
I don't remember. I don't pay close enough attention to WNBA. I know I'm supposed to because they have a star now, but one player has never driven me to do anything. So.
Well, on that note, let's kick off the show, boys and girls.
We can talk about other sports, and I get to be a real
We don't get everyone's hopes up. Here on Command This, we bring all the comedy, all the love. But yeah, let's talk about some Caitlin Clark drama in the NBA. So before this year, I want an honest answer. Did any of you guys watch the NBA? WNBA.
Every now and then, bro. I'm not gonna say I watch like Asia Wilson and those guys, I know so and some of the others. I watch a lot of guys. I watch those guys play. I have actually a family member that's long distance down the line that played for the Chicago Sky, man.
Yeah,
I'm gonna bust her name out.
Shout out to Ryan though. Ryan lost his vape pen in the house. He hopes his kids don't find it. I'm guessing you got some go-go juice in there. So let's shout out to Ryan's kids. Let's hope they don't find it.
No, but what I was going to say is I actually watched the WNBA back when it first launched, right? Because I was just like, hey, it's more pro basketball, right? That's entertaining, and that's something that I can get into. And then just over time, it just the basketball's fine, but you don't feel like you're watching the best in the world. I'm sorry, and I don't know. It's just me. Like there isn't enough difference. Like they're UFL now. Like there's enough differences that it makes it a slightly different game. Like there's just enough differences in the rules and such.
Yeah.
With WNBA, there wasn't. It's just basketball with women.
Nah, it's a lot different. That's like the way they use zones, their shot clocks, and they're all there's a lot of things different.
It's not
things I don't like.
Deb, there's not enough differences that there's the novelty of something different, right? You just have to be invested in the players, and I never got that invested in the players except for a couple. Like when the Mystics had Shamika Holdsclaw, I paid attention, right? Because I liked her in college.
Shamika Holdsclaw, I ain't heard that name in a minute.
Man,
they thought Holdsclaw was supposed to be what Caitlin Clark is now. That's the funny thing.
Yeah,
they thought she was going to be the first mega star they put out in that league. After the drafting.
I don't. Rebecca Lobo was up there too. As far as
Lobo, Diana Taurasi.
Yeah, Taurasi still. That's what I was thinking. Think of Diana still might be the best player in the league, bro. I mean, she's up there. She's up there.
She's a UConn girl, isn't she?
Was she UConn?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think she's in Connecticut now. I think that's who plays. Diana Taurasi. That's what I think.
I think once you have some rivalries develop between elite players, you'll see more consistent interest. Like right now, there's a lot of interest because, oh my God, Caitlin Clark. But when Paige Beckers comes out and you've got a bunch of young people who have attention on them.
It's good for the sport. That's all I'm saying.
Man, I mean, let's just be honest. You can name Ionoso, Plum, all these big names that were already in the WNBA, but you don't even mention them without mentioning Clark or Reese.
Darren Waller.
Right. You don't mention Clark without mentioning Reese. You don't mention Reese without mentioning Clark. Those are basically you don't have to be the best player in the WNBA to be the face of the league, in my opinion. I think the best player in the WNBA is, I think, Asia Wilson. I think she's clearly, at this point right now, the best player in the WNBA. I think it's not even close. It might be a little close after that, but it's not. I don't think any of these rookies are the best player, but they are the face, man. People tune in, but I think they said on the radio today, 21% higher increase in viewership. I mean, not viewership, but attendance alone. It's like quadruple that in viewership. I've probably watched 6 or 7 of each Reese and Caitlin Clark's games. I watched about 5 or 6 Brinks games, who I think I like her almost better than any of them. And I've watched a few of the others when I see them on. You know what I'm saying? Or there's a big game. Because I have Prime, you can actually go back and watch some of them. So I actually am enjoying it. It's still, for the most part, bad basketball. Like there was probably a dozen or so ladies that I would like, hey, I'm gonna check this girl out, you know. But now, man, it's like not only am I getting on the court action, which is still decent basketball, I get off court intrigue as well. You know, there's a storylines for players that you would think of. You're actually getting to know them a little bit personally because they're in commercials. They're on TV shows now. They're on TMZ. They're on Twitter. You know, so I think they're good for the sport. I think
they're just easily staying power.
I think Reese and Caitlin Clark is good for the sport. Reese is a gem behind the camera. By the way, she's way better of a person to follow off the court than Caitlin. It's not even a close straw as far as personality.
Caitlin's not like she's just playing ball. Let's take a break and say what's up to people in chat. Marcus, what's going on? We already got Yam. We already got Ryan in the track. He says his beef with all this, he feels like the media is making such a race bait top. I haven't really seen this as a racial issue. And I don't. Maybe you'd
have to be crazy to think there's never a racist component. I think the big component
from the media though. Every person in the media has been like, Kennedy Carter, shut the fuck up. This is play ball. Like this ain't that big a deal. I haven't seen it.
Okay, here's the thing I hate, and I'm going to give credit to Marcus Edlin, Sports View 2. All right, he posted something about this and about the hard foul and everything else, and I saw people in the comments saying, Kennedy Carter needs to shut up and she needs to not do this. You know, if you hurt Caitlin Clark, you're hurting your salary, so you should be wanting her to succeed and let her be. And I'm like, so they should play softer against her.
No, I don't think you should make that. I don't think you should let motherfuckers run up and hit layups on you and shit. But I mean,
people are saying this.
That's one thing to let somebody, to foul somebody in the course of a game or play them hard. I think what I think is happening here. Do I think there's a racial component? Of course, it's everywhere. I don't think that this is racially driven. I think what it is, and we saw this with other players in other sports, is where someone comes into the league who hasn't been in the league yet and is getting $26 million shoe deals and getting all this TV time, when you got all these other people who paid their dues feel like, hey man, maybe she's getting a little bit before she deserves. So we're going to give her extra stuff. But we saw it happen to Jordan. It happened on a lesser level to the LeVar Balls and them kids, man. They came in and they was throwing him up, pushing him down on the ground, barking in their face, pointing at their dad in the stands. They're doing the same thing. Sidney Crosby went through it. Like anybody who comes to the league and hasn't proven themselves gets kind of hazed a little extra, gets extra rub. But I will say this though, if you're shoving somebody from behind 75 feet away from the goal on a dead ball that haven't been given to the inbound story yet, though, man, that's excessive. Yeah, And by the way, Kennedy Carter is dope. Kennedy Carter is basically the black version of Caitlin Clark as far as her scoring mentality. She was like 4th pick in the draft. She went to a team and they basically kicked her off for whooping the girls' asses in the locker room. You know what I'm saying? And then she went overseas and whooped their ass, like was killing them, came back, and then I think she got into it with another motherfucker on. You know, like she's a tough chick, man. She's just a tough chick. You know, like the NBA has had those kinds of people, Dennis Rodman, Draymond Green. NBA has had those kinds of you know, Maxwell, those guys have been in the NBA for years. I don't think that it was racially motivated. I think it's just people were just, you know, she's Tebow. Remember how tough they gave Tebow time? RG3 went to a tough time when we first got in the league. Got motherfuckers in commercials all the time.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
Like, we all remember that.
There's a tweet out there. I can't find it because I didn't save it because I wasn't planning on talking about Caitlin Clark on our show ever. But there's a tweet out there that shows all the great, air quotes, generational NBA players and what their free throw attempts were their first year in the league. So when there's a generational player that comes in the league, any league, what does everyone want to do? They want to be like, you know what? You are not generational, and I'm going to show you why. They changed the rules for Shaq. Hack a Shaq. After his first year, you know what? He got rules bent.
Those guys were just big enough that was standing.
They did it for Jordan too. Like,
Jordan, they froze him out the All-Star game.
Yeah, I want to find this tweet while we're talking about it because it's fascinating. Just like you said, when Roger Hugh came to the league, and then what did he do on these RPOs? Whether he ran the ball or gave it up, you know what? Still took a hit.
Yeah,
we're going to do that for every kid coming to the league.
Any idea that they should intentionally soften up the defense and soften up the physicality to just...
I don't think that's what they're saying do, though.
Help the league is bullshit.
I don't think that's what they're saying.
That makes me not want to watch.
I think you're grasping on a few stupid people on Twitter and generalizing to everyone because I think it's such a small...
I think that there's fans saying this. It's dudes saying this.
No, I don't think anyone's really saying that. I think, you know, everybody's comparing it because, like, it seemed like a day or so later, Reese got flagrantly fouled. Which, you know, I don't really mind that kind of foul because it's in the course of a game. You get rough pull downs and over the backs in the course of a game. Like shoving off, talking shit, that's just part of basketball, bro. But it's not part of basketball to shoulder shrug somebody on a dead ball, inbounds play, 75 feet away from the rim. There was no need in doing that, bro. Like it didn't prove any point. And you lost.
Let's say hi to some people in the chat and then we'll show the video real quick. Michael Hyde, you Seahawks fan, popping back in. What's up, Michael? Thank you for tuning back into the show, man. We appreciate you. Remember you from I think about a month ago we first met you, so appreciate you coming back. What Draymond does is assault, but this is the
Draymond assaulted your boy on y'all's team, but in the game, stomping on people and doing shit like that is uncalled for. I'm not saying she's crazy like that, but you know there. People that come up and foul you hard on purpose, man, in the NBA too. I mean, I'm not saying that she deserves to lose a game, but it was just a normal bad foul. She should have got tossed. If the girl that did what she did to Reese got tossed, she should have got tossed.
Yeah.
But you know, it's okay. It's one foul. I don't think that
well, you know, they upgraded it to flagrant.
Flagrant too. Yeah, she should have been tossed
too. So here it is.
She should have been tossed. Look, the ref even got the ball. She didn't get to the inbound story yet. Look, that's what I'm saying. It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Just letting you know I'm there.
No.
Unnecessary. Kennedy Carter.
That's excessive, bro.
They called it away from the ball.
I will say this.
But
the
NBA game.
So then anybody can shoot the free throw.
Had that been an NBA game and it happened to LeBron, he would have stayed down.
No, I'm having LeBron.
It would have been called a foul.
Yeah, they would have kicked that motherfucker out the
game.
It is
a foul, but sometimes you do that just to let them know, hey, I'm here.
Yeah, it's clear. It's clearly a foul, and that's why she did it. That's exactly why she did it. It was just a basket. It was a rough basketball play, man. I don't think it was racially charged or anything crazy, bro. Just like I think the same thing happened to Reese, man. They just pulled her down. Hey, fuck you, Rook. Take it. It was one of the top games.
I mean, people think I'm not saying it's not a foul. I'm saying sometimes you execute those fouls.
Ryan,
let them know you're there.
I didn't know who Kelsey Plum was, and I saw her in here in the fit the other night. Caitlin making everyone more noticeable, and you know, thanks to Darren Waller. Darren Waller's making
Kelsey Blum, one of the baddest
yeah,
looking ones in there. But yeah, man,
Yam said they were making about race on Fox Sports 1.
Well, they're going to make everything on race because the goal of races or people in the media is to separate you, bro.
Yeah, Mike says his boss is a very big Caitlyn fan. We always had her games on the bar TV. I'm guessing like when she joined the Fever or when she was in
I assume in college.
Iowa.
Reese and Caitlyn are
I assume it's in college.
Reese and Caitlyn are two of the biggest faces in the league, whether you like it or not, bro.
So the fact that you had rivals like that come out at the same time helps. It's Magic and Bird.
And right? I'm not going to post Yam's comment, but Angel coming off the bench and like cheering it on after she hit. I was like, come on, Angel, man.
Yeah, what you supposed to do though?
You cheer. Did the Warriors cheer Draymond on?
We've all played football in here, man. We've all seen somebody crack back on somebody get a flag, but like fuck, give him a high five anyways.
But that's different. That's during a play, not when
you check
give them a high five. Yeah, high five when they come off the sideline, dog, because they got kicked out of play.
We used to get retribution.
Story time.
Defensive tackle on an opposing team was a rival team in our county. Punched our center square in the cup during a play. So a couple plays later, we ran a play which we could double team him. We took the guy down, and because we ran dive plays all the time, so there's always a pile in the middle. And we intentionally grabbed both of his legs and just twisted the ankles outward. You could hear him screaming on the sidelines.
Dirty.
Punching our guy in the cup, it's
okay, yeah, retribution.
Punched our guy in the cup, so we twisted his legs in response. You know what that is? You put one of ours in the hospital, we put one of yours in the morgue. That's the mentality, okay?
Baseball's the same way. You hit my guy, I'm gonna take your head off the next go.
Punched our guy in the cup. Now he got a couple plays, came back in. He punched our guy square in the cup. I mean, that's nuts. You don't.
Yeah.
No pun intended. But
no diddy.
So we basically double ankle locked the guy. You can hear him scream on the sidelines.
Let's get it on.
You guys were wild. Yam says Joy Taylor tried to say no one knew who Caitlin Clark was until Angel Reese did her, pointing to her hand in the championship 2 years ago. Bullface Live. People were already talking about Caitlin.
Man, there we go. Here's my theory on this Caitlin versus
All right, and then we'll move on to the
Reese thing. I mean, is there any way possible we can get to the point where we can say something positive about Reese without somebody that's a Clark fan also want to bring up Clark? Or is it ever going to get to the point where if I say something nice about Clark, I'm not going to get something but Reese?
No.
Like you can't say one's name without the other one.
You know what that reminds me of?
For one, the other ones, dog. It's crazy.
No,
it's insane.
That was Jaden Daniels and Drake May before the draft.
It was 100% Drake today.
You could not compliment one, and someone from the other clique would come over and accuse you of something or say something about you and that other guy. Like, dude, I'm just trying to say something nice about a person.
That might be the perfect. That might be the perfect one.
There was
Drake May and Jaden Daniels might be, and only us Washington fans would understand that. By the way,
yes,
but definitely,
it was like that. It was like that in the '80s with Bird and Magic.
Well, nice hat, by the way, Steve. Where'd you get that fucking turn that hat around? I want to see what. I don't even like hats. I like that hat. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Washington football. This is the first hat you ever made fun of me for wearing, and you said I look like Fabulous.
Yeah, you do like Asian Fabulous.
Oh man, Fabulous. Good. He was when Pharrell produced his first album, man. He had some good, or second album. He had some good hits, man.
Hey, Timbaland had that first album bumping.
Yam said, "Nah, Dev." Angel said she will take the villain role. She did, but I think it's for the sport. You know what I mean? Like
I like it.
You need to have heroes and villains.
Yeah. I like it, man. I like
who the hero and villain depends on who you're a fan of.
Yeah,
if you're an Angel Reese fan, Caitlin Clark is your villain. Now, as long as you keep it to basketball and not make it a race thing, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, when you start making it a race thing and all that's when you're going to start getting some side eyes from people. People are going to look at you funny. I think that does go for Angel Reese fans and Caitlin Clark fans, by the way. All right? Yeah. Doesn't matter who you are. You make it about race, then I'm going to be looking at you a little sideways. All right? Let's keep it to the basketball.
And basketball's always been about the individuals and the storylines since probably before Magic and Bird, man. It's always been about the storyline and superstar driven. It's never really about the team. Nobody remembers.
No. Basketball became superstar driven with Magic and Bird. That's when the league took off. The league was struggling before those two.
Right, and the WNBA was struggling. I don't know everybody saying they're still
struggling. I mean, they're not.
The NBA had to bail them out 2 years ago.
The WNBA is struggling until they are financially independent.
Facts.
All right. Until then, they are a struggling, fledgling league. But having more superstars and more compelling storylines and so forth definitely helps push them in the right direction. So,
yeah. So moving on.
Jesus Christ, Ryan Elias.
And hey, Darren Waller would like to have a word with you, sir.
Ryan Elias sniff Kelsey Plum's butt.
That was gross.
By the way, I just noticed that the word butt has made a comeback in vernacular, and I appreciate that.
I don't know, Black men been saying butt for years, son. You gross.
No, I'm saying booty, ass, peach, cheeks. Butt has come back. The word.
Can I get to the games?
Can we not show this dumbass?
Show me
that's Ryan Elias' face.
I got
Kelsey Plum's
Can I get to the games? Sweet yams.
All right. So for those of you who don't know, Tyson and Paul was scheduled to go hot July 20th. July 20th, you were supposed to fight, but Tyson had an issue. We was an ulcer. Is that what we said? An ulcer, ulcer issue coming off the plane a couple days ago, last week. I'm not sure. And so the fight is just kind of don't know what's going to happen. You know, Mike Tyson is
postponed until a future date until Tyson can get medical clearance to train again.
And they said this was a flare up because there's videos. He's out there training. He's out there, throwing his hooks. He's doing his thing. And I wanted to see this because I feel like Tyson would not hold back like some of these other boxers did, like Mayweather. But there were some rumors the other day, and I don't know if these were true or not, but about Tyson having some things in his contract about he can't win in the first round. He must go to this round to get paid a certain amount of money, like all these weird stipulations. And I don't know if there's any truth to these, but is that a thing in boxing? Or is that just
it is an exhibition fight, but this isn't sanctioned, so that can't be true. It's sanctioned and it goes against their permanent record. So that can't be true.
Okay.
So, it's not an exhibition fight.
But if it was an exhibition, you can make any rule you want.
Record.
That's fair. I just thought it might have been real.
No, in exhibitions, yes. But speaking of that, so a veteran legend boxer has actually stepped up and said, if Tyson can't go for a while, I'll fight Jake Paul.
Roy Jones or somebody?
Roy Jones Jr.
I'd have guessed it. I guessed it, bro.
His brother also stepped up and said, I'll fight my brother.
Logan did, yeah.
Logan. Now I don't know.
Logan been wrestling a little too much.
Yeah, Logan is the wrestler, right?
Yes,
and he's the older brother.
Yes.
Okay, that would be great to see.
Look. One of them dropped a diss track on the other back in the day, like a legit one talking about I'm fucking your current girlfriend and shit.
Yeah,
like it was pretty. It was like, what's going on here?
Man, these guys.
So
I don't know. Who do you guys think would have won this match? I think Tyson would have knocked him out, man.
I really just think it depends on the condition Tyson came in. If Tyson came in good condition, he may be slower and younger, or slower and older. But he's got the power and he's got that muscle memory. All he has to do is slip one jab and land a hook.
Mike Tyson been knocked out by 3 or 4 bad boxers, man. He's 60. I'm not saying that he gonna get beat, but I'm saying it wouldn't surprise me if Jake Paul knocked that nigga out. I'm not saying I love Tyson. I love Tyson, man. Tyson's 60, my nigga, and he's been knocked out his last couple fights when he wasn't 60. Is it? I don't know how old he is. Alexa, how old is Mike Tyson?
57 or 58.
Yeah.
Oh, my Alexa device must be off. Something going over.
It's 58. 58.
Definitely crazy.
So it's funny that ulcer has flared up. They said it's probably because all the NSAIDs, a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs that he was taking, which we all take, the Advils, the ibuprofens, the Motrins, all that shit we take.
I avoid that shit like the plague. I just walk through pain.
I go out like real.
I can't live without those things, but it kills your liver. It kills all those things. And if you do have an ulcer, man, it does flare up, man. Especially
the reason why I don't is for stupid reasons. Because when I started lifting again, it was that concept of NSAIDs kill your ability to metabolize protein.
Yeah.
So I was like, F it, I'll lift and live through the pain. And that's not been the smartest move for my own comfort, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
Oh man.
I bench 315, you know. I'm putting up hundreds on the incline bench, you know. So obviously it's at least working in that regard for me.
I mean, who did you guys have winning this anyways?
Man,
I had a toss-up. All things being equal.
I was gonna put 100 on Paul knocking him out by round 5, bro.
You have what?
I was gonna have Paul. I was gonna put 100 on Paul knocking him out in round 5.
Paul?
Yeah, I was gonna do it, man. I hope I was wrong. I was willing to eat the 100. I was rooting for Tyson. You know what I'm saying? But man, I'm just gonna be honest. A 60-year-old nigga, dog, shouldn't be knocking dudes out. Shouldn't be able to take punches if they're really gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? He shouldn't be able to. Paul, all due respect, man, Paul has knocked some motherfuckers out. Paul isn't a weak. He doesn't have a light. He has a pretty strong hand. He's got a pretty solid hand, man. And I'm not saying he can go in there, and I ain't saying he can go in there and outbox Tyson and dance with him and look good. I'm just saying if Tyson catches one in front of this young boy, man,
it's over.
All I'm saying,
the fact that Tyson's always been a heavyweight. Paul has not. Paul's a cruiserweight.
Man,
Paul's never fought at a heavyweight weight. I understand that, but Tyson still got the strength. All right, you hit differently when you're that big.
Man, you go to sleep differently too when you're that big and old.
Jake Paul says, as the arrogant person he is, because he was my number 5 all-time sports dirtbag, him and his brother. If you haven't seen it, you're right, Phil. It's probably more Jake Paul than Logan Paul, but my number 5 sports dirtbag. Go check it out on the channel. He said, the news was devastating, but remained adamant that the fight will still happen, and said, Tyson, this may have bought you some time, but in the end, you'll still be knocked out. So he was pretty.
He had to do that because
you got to keep the fire going. I get it.
So Logan may actually be the bigger of the two, like outside of sports, because of just non-sports related stuff between the two of them. With the whole deal about Logan complaining that he couldn't bring Prime into an event that Jake was doing because Jake's event was sponsored by Celsius and all this other random money crap, and Logan was kind of spurging out about that. But whatever, Jake's doing what Jake's doing because Jake's trying to sell the fight no matter what. Talk your shit.
He's 9 or 10-1, 10-1, I think. He fought Ben Askren in 21. He beat Tyron Woodley.
Beat wrestlers. Those guys were
they're wrestlers. I get it. He beat Anderson Silva.
Wrestlers. They were not boxers.
Yes, Anderson Silva, who's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy. He beat him in boxing. He beat Tommy Fury, Nate Diaz. I would just love to see him do an MMA fight, or just go on. I know it doesn't maybe it's because there's not enough money. Just go. I said this before. Just go on the normal boxing circuit. Why you got to find these has-beens? Why you got to find these old dudes?
That's where the money's at.
That's what I'm saying. I get it. But your skills will always be tested until you fight a peer. None of these dudes have.
He fought what's the name's brother, right? Tyson.
Nate Diaz
brother. He's a legit boxer.
Tommy Fury.
He got beat. He got beat.
Tommy Fury is a middling level boxer. That's why I say Jake. If you had 100 guys in Jake's weight class on the professional level, he's 50.
He beat him.
He's 25. He's middling. I'm not saying he's not talented. And if you were training with the right focus to be in a professional division, trying to chase a title, he could get better.
Yeah, I think he could be a professional fighter. I don't know if he'd be a champ. I ain't saying he'd be a champ.
Yeah.
He could go. He's definitely probably a Golden Glove level at this point, I would think. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's entertaining. I would have watched it. I'm going to watch it when they fight.
Oh, for sure. Yam said he hated Jake Paul ever since his dumbass Japan video. I got to watch it, so don't spoil it for me, but I imagine it not that good. Ryan said,
here's the thing, though. Tyson, if he's got that muscle memory still, can one punch.
Yes, man. When he comes down and he hits you with that hook, like, dude, it's like
all he has to do, like I said, if he slips one jab and lands that hook, it's over. But
I ain't saying
is he reactive enough to do that? That's the question.
I ain't saying he ain't got no offense. That probably never goes away. But I'm just saying sometimes taking punches you usually can take. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be 60. A little bit 60. Yeah. That's wild, bro.
He's probably gonna be relying on his knockout power.
I don't know about y'all, man. I'm 46. I don't know when the last time y'all motherfuckers been in an actual fight. But I promise
years.
You. Right.
20 years.
Right. I'm gonna be honest. I shoot a nigga nowadays. I'm not fighting no one, bro. I'm just gonna keep it 1,000%, bro. I'm not shooting nobody, bro. It's over, dog. I'm gonna either have to talk my way out of this shit.
Said he don't box. He practices gun food.
Look, if I can't grab you and man you around, if I feel like I'm gonna have to dance a little bit, you getting popped, dog. I'm gonna talk my way out of it. It's gonna be the two of the way.
See, I've always been the guy to slam you and take you down.
I'm gonna be like, look, bro.
Like I got enough. My hands have always been good enough to keep distance if I need to. But if it gets in close, that's where it's really dangerous. Because I'm big and strong.
Yeah, if we get in close, we all gonna grab you. But man, you let a 25-year-old get you out in the middle of a parking lot where there's a lot of space. I'm gonna tear your ass up, man. Why you fuck around these kids you want to, nigga? You hit one of them kids, they ain't gonna feel it till tomorrow. You gonna feel it.
Hey, most likely those kids won't square up anyways.
They won't. That's what I'm saying. That's why you got a problem. That's why you got a problem. That's why you got a problem, man. That's why you got a problem.
None of them can fight. That's why I feel pretty good about.
Yeah, nobody fights them. Well, you fighting two or three of them motherfuckers. You ain't fighting
10. Fighting 10. Michael says Tyson gonna win this easily, Dev. I kind of was.
And I hope. I pray for that. I'll lose 100. I'm cool with it, man. I got dozens of dollars. You know,
I won't watch it. Yeah,
I'm $100 air, man. I'll be all right losing $100. But I'm just saying, there's no way.
Well, right now it just ain't happening at the moment, so we'll see.
No. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Someone's going to fight. Well, the fight's July 20th, so they're going to find someone. What's going to happen is they're going to find a last-minute fill-in, and it's a month in 16 days from now. Someone's going to fight because the bout's set up, the venue's reserved, and it's going to be another subpar boxer, and it's going to be another victory for Jake Paul. That's what's going to happen.
Oh, no, he lost the last one, bro. I think, right?
His last fight was
Tommy Fury, right?
Tommy Fury. Yes, Tommy Fury in April.
Yeah, he lost.
Of last year. And then he was going to go into traditional boxing, and this Tyson fight was set up, and then
Tommy Fury is not really a good fighter. He's okay.
No, he fought. He beat Nate Diaz.
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, you're right.
He beat Nate Diaz, and then he transitioned. Yeah. Either way. All right, let's talk about some Scottie Scheffler. If you guys like some golfing, if you don't know, didn't pay attention. I got a clip right here. I got to show you.
Where this happened at again?
So this happened down in
Louisville. That's where it happened.
Kentucky. You Kentuckians, man. What are y'all Kentuckians doing?
Louisville.
Drinking
bourbon. What are y'all Kentuckians doing, man?
You done ran up on a murder, dog. Not a murder, but unfortunately somebody lost their life. So
man. So if you remember, his charges were dismissed, but on May 20, they were dismissed on May 29th. But if you're not tracking, this was at the Valhalla Golf Club. All right. In Louisville, Kentucky. He's the number one golfer in the world. I'm going to show the video in a second, but there were these buses backed up against early morning, blocking traffic. You got cops wearing bright ass jumpsuit, neon yellow, like overcoats that doesn't really say police. Who knows? Apparently, if people who know this guy, like he's the sweetest dude in the world. He would never hurt a fly. He doesn't talk back. He's super quiet. And then when the cops filed their report and went public, like, yeah, this guy was so belligerent. He dragged the police officer, through the parking lot. And I'm like, damn, what happened? And then when you see the video, you're like, none of that happened. He literally pulled in. He got stopped and they dragged him out the car. There was no dragging. There was no violence portrayed against the officer. There was no, if you listen to the body cam, like, yes, you drug our officer in your vehicle, and you watch the video, like, And that wasn't even. None of that ever happened. None of that happened.
I'm gonna keep it real. That's Louisville police, Metro. If I'd been my ass, they would shot my black ass out of that car, dog. Y'all tripping? Like Louisville cops don't fuck around. Y'all see what happened to Breonna? Say her name.
Well, Breonna Taylor. He was charged with assaulting a police officer along with 3 misdemeanors because he didn't follow instructions.
Those cops don't fuck around in Louisville, bro.
He was trying to make his tea time for that morning.
Yeah, I get it.
Right?
I get it. You know, I'm gonna say to y'all what white people say to us: comply, motherfucker.
Just comply. Just comply. I'm with you, man. You should have just complied. Yes.
Just complied, motherfucker. I mean, that time he should have. But you know, hey man, like I said,
he said it doesn't make it right. I didn't know he was a cop. I thought he was just an usher, like a local dude who just.
He didn't think it was a cop. He thought it was somebody else with authority. He could just not.
Yes. Well, that's where he was wrong. That's where he was wrong. That's where I was trying to get to. But
I thought it was a peasant just doing his job. I didn't know it was
Deuce. Everyone, Deuce Red Zone in the lab. Cash was everything around me. Get the money. $. But that's right. Thank you for joining. Make sure you go check out Red Zone in the lab. Deuce and the crew doing it big over there. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Appreciate it. Yam said that Caden Clark, rookie of the month. Who's mad at that? You guys mad at that?
Nah, I like Clayton Clark.
Shocker.
So here's the video real quick of what's this? Oh, here
Scottie Scheffler.
Scottie Scheffler, number 1 golfer in the world. We're gonna watch this very quickly. Hopefully, this is from the Louisville Police Department. They placed this video. They showed this video because
you said it pretty good that time, Louisville. You said it
Louisville. It's in the upper right-hand corner here. I wish I could somehow like zoom in on this. I don't think that helps you zoom in. I'm just going to play it. It's hard to see. There's no sound.
We don't need sound to hear that motherfucker.
All right. Look in the upper right corner. Right around here. There's a truck going to be pulling in right here. See it? He's pulling in. They said that's where the cop was dragged. And then you just pull him out the car. That's it. I hate to say this is all I got, but that is the video. That's the video.
That was shot like ass, bro. I still stand by that.
And they said the cop you assaulted. They charged him with assaulting a police officer there. That's it. And then and then they pull him out. A bunch of cops show up and blah, 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 and they pull him out. That's it.
Yeah, it seemed like something that should have just been like a misunderstanding, perhaps.
That's what he thought, but then they decided to charge him, and I don't know, man. But you got golfers getting arrested. What's the world coming to?
Man,
in the calmest sport in the game.
WNBA, chicks fighting.
Dude, Tuesday sports turmoil. That's why.
I see McAfee called Caitlin Clark a white.
Oh, you called? Ask and you shall receive, Dev. Yeah. Called her I will allow you to hear the video yourself. You guys ready? Here it is.
What was that? A minor?
I don't know. Ready?
This rookie class, nah. Just call it for what it is. There's one white bitch for the Indiana team who is a superstar. Like the media people that continue to say,
did you guys hear that?
This rookie class, nah.
Here one more time.
Just call it for what it is. There's one white bitch for the Indiana team who is a superstar.
There you go.
Man, good thing McAfee's got that gig on Friday nights for the WWE, just in case.
Yeah.
Man.
But
it's his podcast. He just be on YouTube. He won't be on ESPN.
You don't hear golfers getting in trouble often. So that's why I think this sparked such a crazy reaction.
It is crazy. It was. I saw that news break and I was like, "What?
Hey.
What, Dev? What?
I was like, man, he apologized. He really apologized. He was like, sorry y'all were offended. I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah.
He didn't really apologize.
Honestly, what's he got to apologize for? He's just speaking.
Personally, I say bitch all the time, but I don't put like a damn descriptive word in front of it like white or black. That's crazy.
No, you just call all women that.
In general, like I've never I've been divorced.
Never sees color in his bitches.
I've been divorced, 3 babies, mamas. I've never called one of them any kind of bitch. Like I've never said anywhere. I know better than that shit. But generally speaking, there'll be a lot of bitches in the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say.
You don't know your names.
Yeah, Talk is cheap, motherfucker.
Right. All right.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like I call everybody MFer. Like this motherfucker, this motherfucker over there, this and I don't know if
motherfucker can be equated to bitch.
I mean, I think they actually
directly.
Yeah. All right. Well, if you aren't already tracking, so the Major League Baseball. All right. This is a crazy story. All right. San Diego Padres. I'm gonna say his name. I don't want it wrong. Tucupita Mercano. Lifetime ban for baseball bets, and 4 other players suspended for 1 year for betting on Major League Baseball games, but not their own teams. This is crazy. This just reeks of Pete Rose. Oakland A's reliever Michael Kelly, minor league players Jay Groom plays for the Padres, Jose Rodriguez plays for the Phillies, and Andrew Saalfrank pitches for the Arizona Diamondbacks. This is insane. Like Marcano got a lifetime ban, and of course the Pirates are disappointed in his actions, and they fully support the MLB's rulings. But the dude's 24, free agent out of Venezuela, traded to the Pirates in 21. And he hasn't played a game since he tore his ACL in July, but the dude was not bad. He claimed to have gambled more than $150,000 across 400 bets, including MLB and international contests. But
here's the crazy thing.
But he even bet on his own team.
He got banned for life and won 4% of his bets.
It never works out for the people who get caught. If you think about it, it never works out. They spend all this money and they make like none of it back.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it? I don't think so. I don't think it was.
Yeah, him says my shirt makes him keep thinking of the Prince song. You mean Cream?
Get on
Cream Boogie Bop. Yeah, this is the woo. It's for the kids, man.
Y'all don't want to mess with the Command This in a karaoke contest.
We got it. Command This karaoke.
In fact, we can challenge the Red Zone right now. They in here. We'll challenge all of y'all to a motherfucking karaoke contest, bro.
Yeah. We got this. But yeah, it's crazy. This has Pete Rose. I mean, Pete Rose is different because Pete Rose should be a Hall of Famer. Never been on his own team. And I don't understand this rule. This kind of came up with Jaden Daniels and his homeboy, not Brian Thomas, but who's the other guy? Where's Samuel when you need him from on the Giants?
Malik Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors. When they made that, they bet each other 10 grand of who's going to be the rookie of the year. Like, it ain't that big a deal. Like, I don't understand why you can't make certain bets that have no effect on the game. Like that bet right there, when Jaden Daniels bet Malik Neighbors a friendly bet of $10,000, I'm going to win Rookie of the Year, you're not. Like, who does that affect? That affects no one. That means I'm just going to play harder? I don't get it.
I think they have to do it because you don't want guys going out like Greg Williams and bounty gating motherfuckers. Hey, I'll give you $10,000 whichever one of y'all crack this dude's leg. Oh,
you mean like I'm going to get a little bit of this $10,000 if you just, help me out. But they're I can see that for Malik, but not for Jaden. He's the damn quarterback. Malik needs someone to throw him the ball. But either way, man, this is crazy. Lifetime ban. I don't get it. Lifetime ban. So they and this is even more stupid. And you guys are going to laugh your ass off when I show you this. The other 4 guys that I told you that got 1 year bans. Look at the amount of money they bet. This is so stupid. Can you see it?
Really? This nigga spent $28, bro?
Yes. $9 per bet. He won $28. Groom, 32 bets, averaged about $15 per bet. He lost $433. Rodriguez, he bet 28 bets, averaged $25. There's no net. Saalfrank, 28 major league bets, $15 per bet on average. He lost $272. All of that, and they got banned for it. That's crazy. Yeah, so you're right, Phil. Was it worth it? I just think it's stupid. It's asinine. Do you feel like this is dealing with like the integrity of the game? Like do you support it?
It doesn't really matter because it's a rule, man. It's just like when weed was a rule that you like a stupid rule, but you know it's a rule. So why the fuck do you do it? Like, don't download the app or just bet on the NBA, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's true. Bet on a different sport.
Bet on a different sport. Like, how dumb can you be to risk millions, generational wealth for your kids and wife and all that shit, bro? Because you want to bet that the Padres would beat some of the Brewers or some shit
for $15, and hopefully that you'll win $70.
You got hundreds of thousands
of dollars
coming in the fan mail. You doing that?
The fear is they'll bet against their team and then play poorly.
I get it.
I
support that. I support that because you might throw a game, you might miss a routine fly ball that might help you out with your winnings. I get it. I'm not going to argue it. And I guess the one thing I don't understand is that, like I think you said it, Phil. This is your livelihood. This is how, or you said it, Dev. This is how you're providing for your generational wealth for your family. And now, for Mercano from Venezuela as an international player, he's done. You got to go play somewhere else, buddy.
Japan, bro.
For his oh man,
they're gonna play in Japan.
Yeah, Yam's not there no more though. Yeah. This also goes back to Shohei Ohtani's interpreter, if you remember, earlier this year, was charged with stealing more than $16 million from Shohei Ohtani to pay off gambling debts to
is it in yen or is that in fucking USA?
It says USD, not yen. I don't know the yen to dollar conversion rate. Yam, let us know in the chat, but
it's a lot to $1.
Yeah, he stole $16 million, and that was they're saying that how can Ohtani get $16 million stolen from him and not know about it? So that's how much money
that motherfucker got.
It's just fuck you, money. I got so much money, I don't even know what to do with it.
Would you really notice it? Somebody just stole. Now imagine.
No.
Yeah, exactly. That's what $16 million was probably to him.
Unless it was done a little bit over time too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they didn't just take a whole like a $16 million check out of there. It's probably over time. But the point is, you filthy fucking rich, and the dude that's handling your money and your deals is.
Yeah. Dev froze up on us. Yam says, just speculating, but it might have to do with kids and athletes. It's why EA and 2K games in European countries were forced to remove their card packs because of such gambling laws for kids. And meanwhile, sports fan gamers buy and rebuy every sports game every year and take hundreds of thousands into player packs. That's right. Madden Ultimate Team. I don't play it. Don't play it. When the yen moved, it was 1-to-1, 1 USD to 106 yen. So there you go. There you go.
1-to-1 though in Japan. You know, but,
yeah.
1 to 100.
Yeah. Dev has will rejoin us here momentarily, but yeah, man, I don't mind certain betting, and the 1 year bans, it just seems like a lot, and maybe they didn't disclose what type of bans and whatever, but okay, on to the next. Lucas Oil Stadium pool. Phil, I'm going to turn this one over to you, Phil, if you would like.
This is a pretty cool,
and I can show some things on the screen if you like that.
So what happened was that Lucas Oil Stadium is going to be hosting the Olympic swimming trials. So they have built a platform to hold an Olympic swimming pool in the stadium. And it's going to seat 30,000 people to watch this. The Olympic swimming trials are more and more popular every year, right? So I think this is really cool. So they built this platform. They got a concrete Olympic swimming pool there. They put it right in the center of the field. And they got the temporary stands on one side. They got permanent stands on the other. And I think that they really created something pretty cool here with this. I think it's a great little feat of engineering. I think that if you have something that is drawing as big, and they showed the numbers, right? So the Olympic swimming trials last Olympics. Oh, what was the number they drew? They drew something like they drew it's like 70,000 people across multiple events total last time. So they did a 14,000 seat arena in Omaha, Nebraska for four straight Olympic cycles, and they were selling them out every time, right? So they said, hey, we got to go bigger, right? So when you're selling out every one of these swim events, you go for it, right? It's like, okay, we got to make this bigger. And if you see some of the pictures of the pool filled and everything else, it looks really cool. You got the big video. You're gonna have a big video board arch that's going to display the likeness of the swimmers. It's going to be kind of like very professional sports and sports entertainment style presentation to bring a little bit of showmanship and pageantry to the concept of Olympic swimming. And Olympic swimming is one of the biggest Olympic events. Like, it's the one Michael Phelps really helped popularize it. But then you had people, you had women like Katie Ledecky in there as well.
Oh, and Bethesda, stand up.
Yeah. So you have Bethesda, and then you have Phelps from Baltimore. So, DMV represent.
Yeah.
So
the funny part is, I don't know if you know this, they're not digging a hole into the stadium. They're
elevating the platform.
It's a above ground pool. If you know the Chevy Chase quote, I need this bonus to pay for my above ground pool.
But they built the platform, so it's an above ground pool, but it looks like it's going to be at the surface. They're basically building a platform around it, as you saw with the previous picture. It's going to be 3 meters. It's like, of course, 50 meters long. It's going to be 3 meters deep. Is the depth for an Olympic pool. Which is about 9 feet. And as you can see there, that woman can show you that she's about that from the floor to the ceiling is 9 feet there.
This is normally where we see the turf for the Colts, but instead we are seeing hundreds of feet of pipes that will be circulating the water into the competition pool.
What's crazy is the ability for that platform to support all the water. Like, I would love to know what that shit weighs. It's probably insane.
A lot.
Yeah. It's crazy. And the way they did it, I don't know, man.
Over the next week, the Colts gridiron will become unrecognizable. 2.5 Olympic-sized pools built on top of the 120-yard field.
This is the first time anyone's ever done this in a football stadium.
The question is it going to fail? Is it going to hold up? That's what you got to ask yourself.
No. This is where you got to have a little faith in American engineering. All right, we make shit like this work.
I agree. I just kind of reminds me of the time when I lived in Daytona and I put a tarp in the back of my truck, because you could drive on the beach in Daytona, and I put a tarp in the back of my truck and filled that shit half wet with hose water and drove real slow all the way to the beach. So when I was on the beach, I could have people jump in the back of my truck to get in the pool. So yes, American engineering.
Why would you bring the beach to the pool to the beach, though? It makes no sense.
Because it's the beach. This is just clear water. Not you got to get ocean. If you've been to Daytona, you would know. It's crazy.
I've been to Daytona. I've been to spring break in Panama City a few times.
Yeah.
But I mean, why would you take it?
Because we brought this word up earlier. Because bitches love shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's exactly why. It just attracted people to come. Hey, like, you park your vehicle and then people are just walking. You're like, oh yeah, you want to get in the pool? Sure. I had a 7-foot albino Burmese python. I brought it to the beach. Why did I bring it to the beach? Just guess why I brought it.
You literally brought sand to the beach.
I brought my albino Burmese python to the beach because you know what? It attracted women, and women wanted to hold it. Women wanted to see it. I'm talking about an actual snake.
Women to hold
it. I brought my iguana to the beach.
Yes, it's
and my iguana.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, Deuce said, you know what? What's the worst that could happen?
My makeshift pool and hold my python.
The worst that could happen is that the Colts stadium gets flooded. I mean, I can't imagine the water bill. How much is that water going to cost to import into the state? I'm so fascinated with this.
What's their owner's name again, man?
Jim Irsay.
I would say Irsay probably goes in there and uses it as one big crack spoon.
Dude, he's probably getting paid buku bank for them.
If we were doing indoor skiing, he'd probably
use it as a water bong.
Okay.
Remember, they host the combine here. The rookie combine, NFL combine is hosted here too.
They just made Jim Irsay one humongous ass water bomb.
Yeah, and more crack, man.
Set records. USA Swimming says it's crucial.
Boys
Everything
talk
is
about.
done just right.
We can't have a malfunction. We can't have a leak in the pool. So it is critical, and that's why we take the time here to build this out.
The goal is to be done by June 5th.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah. The pool is, well, they've been working on this for a little bit, but the pool is concrete. So keep that in mind. It is a concrete pool.
It sounds heavy.
It's very heavy.
Yeah.
See, and it's funny because I'm looking at all this piping and everything. I work in an industry that, there's a lot of, piping involved. And just, I can imagine there's, a lot of, that's a PVC pipe, but, there's going to be a lot of metal piping involved, a lot of water chillers moving water around and all that. So there's a lot of guys who are probably making a ton of money welding and engineering these things. There's USA Swimming is dishing out money to make this happen. But if you can sell out a series of events at 30,000 people a piece,
yeah, why not?
$2.
Go for it, right?
Yeah.
Why not? As we are staring down the face of this pipe here. Yeah, good stuff, man. That's a good story. All right. Now on to Christian McCaffrey. Bro, Christian McCaffrey just inked the deal. What do you guys think about that? And what do you think that means for one Brandon Ayuk?
I don't know what the Niners cap situation is.
Well, let's just talk about it. So he signed a 2-year, $38 million deal with the 49ers, an extension, including a $14.2 million signing bonus. It's massive, dude. Like he's bringing the goodness.
The Niners are also about to go blow the bank out for Logan Thomas.
Blow the back out. Blow their back out. Hey, man, he is on the team. He's on the roster. Back off, my man. Back off, my man. Logan.
When I saw that was going to happen, I in our group chat, people said Steve's going to go become a Niners fan now.
Yeah, for sure, man. I got my. It's funny. My earbud for my headphones is now stuck inside my ear, and it's kind of freaking me out. I don't know how to get it out.
Damn, is that really happening on live TV?
It really happened. I'm looking for. My wife usually has some tweezers here, and it's just bothering me. I don't have fingernails to get it out, but it's like literally just like stuck right in there. If I had some fingernails, it would be easy to get, but I really want to get this out because it's pissing me off. Yeah, no. So hey,
he got an electronic device stuck in his ear. Are you technically a cyborg now? Is it?
Like it just came off. Like the rubber part is.
Man, I told you could buy Dre on Temu, dog.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go off camera for give me 90 seconds. Y'all talk. I'll be right back.
Damn. Well, Steve got no ears. Steve has no ears now, so
while Steve is suffering from personal technical difficulties, so I think that this just means that the Ayuk deal may put the Niners in a squeeze. Michael Hyde, being the Seahawks fan, this is very important to him. The big question is, can the Niners afford both Purdy and Ayuk for what they want? We don't know what Purdy wants, but I assume Purdy's going to want a big deal. All right. He's put himself in that upper echelon of QBs. So it's just a matter of, can you make the numbers work? Now, we all know the salary cap is only partially legit, and it's partially a myth. The Eagles have proven that year in, year out. Every year, the Eagles are in cap hell, and somehow they still manage to sign everybody they want. So it's really just a matter of what, cap finagling they can do. Or maybe they just say, nope, sorry, Ayuk, thanks for the good times, but you're going to have to go elsewhere. And they free up that cap space and spend it elsewhere. We'll see. Dev says he's not paying $30 million for Brandon Ayuk. And Dev left as well. So, okay, now I get to live stream this thing here. So I'm going to put it this way. I think that the whole wide receiver market got completely flipped on its ear when Justin Jefferson signed that giant deal with the Vikings. So Ayuk can command more money because Justin Jefferson commanded so much more money. Well, just so you know, people, Justin Jefferson's deal makes Terry's deal look like a bargain now.
Man, I can't say Terry's robbing us now because $23 million is cheap now for a number 2 receiver. Waddle got 30. So I mean, I guess McLaurin is now bargain basement price. I can't say shit now about Terry. That contract looks genius now. I still in no way would pay Ayuk $30 million and Ayuk 23. That's
users say the day.
I think that's insane to pay almost $60 million on 2 receivers that might be just number 2s or marginally better than the other. I wouldn't do that. I mean, if I picked up Ayuk, I would get rid of Terry, unfortunately. I would have one or the other. There's no way I would pay $60 million on a team that probably still win 5 to 7 games at max. I'm not doing that, bro. Especially I'm not doing that and then trotting Forbes and St. Juice out there on the field, who had the butthole last ranked defense in the league and pass defense last year, dog. And that's with a Pro Bowler named Fuller. So you can imagine what's going to be next year without them.
Ayuk is definitely stepped up as time is going on. Especially in his overall production, especially yards per game. So, his rookie year, 60 catches for 748 and 5 touchdowns. 2021, his second year, 56 catches, 826 and 5 touchdowns. 2022, 78 catches for 1,015 and 8 touchdowns. And then last year, 75 catches in 16 games. So he was one less game for 1,342 yards and 7 touchdowns. So he took a leap from 13, 14 yards a catch to 18, basically. So I don't know if that's just a change in the offensive strategy or if Ayuk just made that step up to the next level. But I don't know if he's worth 30 mil, but then again, I don't know what wide receivers are worth anymore.
What did Jefferson get per?
It seems like the entire market gets flipped on its ear.
What did what? What did
Jefferson get per?
We're gonna actually. Yeah. What did there it is. Justin Jefferson gets paid. Let's talk about it. Well, just for the record, Dev. So Terry McLaurin, he has 2 years left on his deal. So this year, next year, 24.1 this year, 23.6 next year. So 24 million this year and 23.6 next year is kind of a steal if you consider
now if you consider Waddle getting 30. Now, do you think Waddle is better than Terry? Or do you think he's $6 million better than, or $6 or $7 million better than Terry a year? I'm just saying, man. Is he more productive? Yeah, for sure. For sure, he's more productive. You can make all the excuses you want. He has his quarterback, he's in this kind of offense. Man, he's the number 2, bro. He's the number 2. We have the quarterback in the NFL who led the league in passing attempts, and at some points he was leading me in yards at most points in the year. So you telling me Terry can't at least be productive with that?
He got 12 more yards than Terry last year.
Right.
5 less receptions in the same amount of touchdowns.
He's a number 2, though.
That's not $6 million more.
He's a number 2, though.
Okay, good point. He's number 2.
You know what I'm saying? He's sharing. Now, what do you think, Terry? How many catches, yards, touchdowns you think Terry gets with Hill on the team?
Even less.
Right. So I'm just saying to you, man.
I don't know.
You can use the excuse that he's going to be double or have single coverage. You can use that excuse.
It depends on the offense. Bieniemy had that offense so spread out. Yeah. Like it was not. Nothing was. This play is designed for Terry. It was not like that. So,
but Justin Jefferson is resetting the market. 4 years, $140 million extension,
$35 million per year average.
That's
110 million guaranteed.
If Waddle got 30 million and Jefferson got 35, Jefferson's underpaid, bro. He's that much better than Waddle to me.
Oh, you said he's underpaid.
That you think Waddle is If you think Waddle is $6 million better than Terry, so you don't think that Hill is $5 million better than Waddle? I mean, not Hill, but Jefferson is $5 million better than Waddle.
Justin Jefferson's contract is mostly guaranteed.
Yes. So here, actually, I'm just going to pull this up just to avoid trying to explain it to you. Devontae Adams is the only contract that's on par with Justin Jefferson, and that's just 2 years old, which is even crazier.
Yeah.
It's by value. So if that makes any sense to you, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. See it right now? And I will zoom in one little bit.
All these Terry fans in here. Let's see how many of these motherfuckers are better than Terry.
Oh man, I can't make it zoom in any further. I'm sorry.
That's what she said.
Yeah, but it goes by average adjusted value. So Devontae Adams, 140. Justin Jefferson, 140. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 120. Tyreek Hill, 120. Amari Cooper, 100. AJ Brown, 96. Calvin Ridley, 92. Jalen Waddle, 84.7. So yes, is Justin Jefferson 84.7? Justin Jefferson, 140. Yes, he's that much better.
So the only one I can think of on this list that I see just out my vision, Nico Collins is the only one you could actually say maybe Terry's probably better than him, but you really can't prove that if you look at production. You know, he had a fucking.
I don't think Amari Cooper's living up to his contract.
Sure, Amari Cooper is living up to his contract. He just got hurt last year, but when he played, he played.
Yeah, but I always felt like he's underperformed since he went to Dallas.
Nah, or in the Browns.
No, I thought he underperformed in Dallas.
Nah, he's a Pro Bowler every year almost. And the good kind. I'm talking about the good kind of pro. I'm talking about the good kind of Pro Bowler where you get elected in, not the replacement eighth person to go and shit. So I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, it's either they're better than Terry or it's a push. Like you can make the argument. I ain't saying that Terry's not better than Waddle, but you can make the argument. If somebody told me Waddle was better than Terry, it'd be a hard argument to win that.
Yeah.
You know, so
once again, when I hate to say this, man, Terry's going to be the biggest what if receiver we ever had because the conditions are never optimal for him, and I get
nobody's for this. Always
our fans, they are now. So.
Deuce is right. Waddle got 28-year average, not 30, 28.250. So yes, those two, McCaffrey and Justin Jefferson getting paid, man. McCaffrey is probably the reason why I brought it up because the impact is to the Commanders. I mean, if they're talking about paying Brandon Ayuk, not paying Brandon Ayuk, okay, cool. Jefferson's resetting the wide receiver market. Terry's gonna be due for a new deal soon. John Dotson, I think this is his make or break year. If he does not perform, this is his fourth year. They're not gonna give his 5th year extension. It's crazy because previously the 5th year extension were always a gimme for the first round picks.
This is Dotson's 3rd year.
It's his 3rd. Okay, so he's got time. But still,
after this season is when they'll decide.
If he has value, if they said, you know what, we're keeping. But here's the thing, man. My Phil voice. See, here's the thing. Jahan's only how many? He's like 25, 24. Terry's almost 30.
Right.
So how many more contracts and how many more productive years Terry? Remember, Terry came into the league as a super duper duper senior. He was like 26 when he came.
Yeah, I mean, he played with Curtis. He played with Curtis Samuels, man.
Yeah.
He played with Zeke now, like at Ohio State. Now he was there for all them shits, bro. Like he was there when Ohio State was winning and shit.
Yeah. So Deuce brings up, how do you factor targets for wide receivers? I don't know what the targeting numbers of Terry McLaurin versus
You can probably look that up, but Terry.
I'm going to compare these two jokers with
I look at it the same way. If a second receiver shouldn't get more targets than a $23 million a year receiver, bro. I don't give a shit.
When you have a decent quarterback who's distributing the ball,
your quarterback led the NFL in pass attempts, dog, and yardage. There's no way.
Terry received 132 targets last season. All right. The next guy on the team was Curtis Samuel at 91, and then Jahan Dotson at 83. Right. And then Logan Thomas at 78.
And we probably won't pass nowhere near that this year.
Oh, I don't know if we're going to get 636 attempts off, but I mean, 550.
Yeah, 550. So divide those up. We get Brandon Ayuk. That's what I'm trying to say, man. And then you got to think you're gonna pay two of them $60 million, basically. Like it doesn't. It's stupid. It doesn't make sense, man.
Brandon Ayuk had 105 targets last season.
Right. He was also a number 2 receiver. So to say.
Who's the number 1 receiver in San Francisco?
Deebo Samuels. I understand what you're going to say. He's not a classic receiver, but he's a number 1 target on that team all the time. Either they're handing it to him or passing it to him, bro. He just ain't healthy all the time.
There you go.
Let's see. Last season.
Here's all 3 put together.
Brandon Ayuk led them in targets. He had 105 targets in 16 games. Deebo Samuel had 89 in 15. Right? So Ayuk got
Deebo also ran the ball 35 times too. That's what I'm trying to say. Like you can't. It's hard to factor in like that as far as who's 1 and 2 in that offense. But who do you want on your team, Deebo Samuels or Brandon Ayuk? I'm gonna go Deebo Samuels 100 times out of 100 twice.
Actually, the number two guy in terms of targets for the Niners,
probably McCaffery.
George Kittle.
But if you look at
he had 83 targets.
Right. Look at these combined numbers. I mean, Brandon Ayuk has 18 less games than Terry, but the same amount of touchdowns.
Right.
This is the argument.
Basically, a whole season's worth.
I mean, when you're catching passes from guys like
Brock Purdy and Tua, like look at Jalen Waddle. He has 33 less games and only has 7 less touchdowns than Terry.
I'm just trying to tell you, bro.
I'm just saying Terry's a byproduct of what this team was, and it sucks because he will continue to. He will always be the biggest what if person.
I can't give you that, dog. I'm just telling you right now. I can't give you that when you have the player on your team who led the league in passes and fucking yards, who was at most points of the year leading both of those, dog. That means the ball's getting out of it in the air more times than any other team, and you had to play the last game of a meaningless fucking game.
Yes, but it was he was not a focal point of the team. It was
according to stats. According to stats, he was.
You're talking about targets on the team, like he led the team in targets.
I mean, he had how many targets? We added him up. We had more targets last year between Waddle and Terry.
You know what? Let me just do.
You said that Waddle and Terry last year, who had the most targets?
Same season. We'll do 23. We'll choose the season.
I mean, I hate to diss on Terry because I like Terry, man. And like I said, right now I can't say nothing about Terry getting paid $23 million. That's cheap for a starting receiver, dog, for a number 1 receiver. But there's no way you should have 2 the same level receivers making $60 million between them almost, man. That's with that defensive backfield you putting out there, dog. That's what you want to do. It's crazy. Just grow your players, bro, or trade one of them. Trade a few guys if that's what you want to do, dog.
Yeah.
Right, so 79, 75, 72. Again, Waddle, Brandon Ayuk, or borderline 2 receivers, dog. Yeah. And borderline are sharing more opportunities with other players than Terry is. Terry is basically the only offensive weapon worth mentioning on Washington's team for the most part in the passing game.
Well, since we're going to do this for Deuce here, check the completions. Let's do that. Let's check completions, and we're going to compare him to Tua.
And those are both passing offenses, so that's okay to do, I guess.
We probably should compare him to.
Look at that.
Yeah, it doesn't get total completions. I probably didn't put that criteria on there, but or which stats they filter in. Oh, here we go. That's head to head. That's head to head. Player comparison. There we go. 388 to 388.
Look at the attempts. Look at the attempts, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. So we make these excuses, man. They don't really exist, man. I understand that Tua is better than Sam. I'm not saying they're the same. Yeah. But I'm saying, man, he put the ball in the air way more. He put it up more times, man. He put it up more times.
But my counter argument to that is, look at Miami's running game versus Raheem Mostert.
We talking about passing. If you got to pass,
I'm just saying,
you got to pass every time, man. It ain't gonna matter
what did Mosley say on the Jets? We never defended the run because we knew they never ran the ball. So what do? We defend the pass. He said it. And then the week after, the next linebacker said it. We never had to defend the run.
You don't think they defend the pass in Minnesota?
Well, I mean, you just.
I mean, Jefferson. I thought he played 12 games probably last year and probably had more yards and stats than McLaurin, and he had bullshit passing to him whenever Kirk went down.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, dog. These are who we're paying dudes. We're paying dudes the same price as guys that are doing big time shit, and they ain't doing big time shit, and then we got excuses for them every time. How many games we won last year? 5. We won 5 games last year. 4. How many games you think we win if Terry ain't on the team? Probably fucking 4, bro. You know what I'm saying? like what did it matter that he was there or not, bro?
Yeah.
What did it matter? But you paid him $23 million. You're paying him for what? I mean, like I said though, man. Now $23 million.
Yeah, but what's the one constant with all these players we compared Terry to? They all have a good quarterback. Every single one of them. None of these people we're talking about have shit quarterback situations.
This year when he ain't better than Waddle or Ayuk,
but
Dev, we're gonna be like, he's got a rookie. We're gonna have an excuse every time, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
We're gonna have an excuse every time. So why are we have on the team then?
That's just
if you ain't gonna do if you're gonna have every excuse in the world not to do the shit elite receivers do, why is he on the team then? I mean, we could not do elite receiver shit with Dotson and McCaffrey. We could not do elite receiver shit with them niggas, dog. It doesn't make any sense to pay a nigga $23 million a year to not do $23 million a year nigga shit.
Yeah, but if twos are getting paid almost 30 now, it's kind of a bargain.
Yeah. My argument is mute now. It's over. My argument is pissed now, man. Yeah.
Just like the Kirk Cousins argument was.
I'm not even arguing Terry getting 23 no more. I'm arguing that niggas are trying to get another receiver about equal standing and pay him 30. So you're gonna have $56 to $60 million in 2 receivers that are basically just good. They're just pretty good, man.
Yeah.
So I think that's crazy, especially when you trotting St. Jude's and Forbes out there at corner, nigga. Like that's crazy. Go get another corner, then talk to me, bro. Go get another corner and then talk to me.
What's up, Philip Bullock? Thanks for joining, bro. We appreciate you. Better late than never, man. All good.
You think we can win 10, 12 games? Go get Ayuk, bro. But don't go get Ayuk and win 4 or 5 games.
Maybe next year, man. Maybe next year.
Don't go get Brandon Ayuk and win 5 or 6 games, dog, for $60 million.
I think next year is the posture year. If they roll in next year with like 30 million cap, we gonna make some moves. Deuce says, look at Tua reception average with those completions.
You get more receiving average yards if your receivers are better.
Like Michael Hyde, Sam is good. He just has a bad O-line. Michael, you got Sam on your team. I think we all believe that Sam will be starting by week 9, maybe 10.
We like Sam. I like Sam, man.
I like Tam. I think we think that's going to happen. He has a lot to learn. Yeah, he's first year starter, man. He led the league in the NFL in passing attempts as a first year 5th round pick. Like that's a lot. That's a lot to put on a kid's shoulders, but all good. Dev, who else you gonna get then?
Well, here's what you should. I hate to be revisionist nigga here, but the thing is you got to do is you can't pick a defensive tackle that probably isn't going to be ready to play because it's hurt with the second pick overall in the draft. All right, we'll pick him second or third overall in the draft.
That's the old regime. That's the old regime.
No. They did it this year. They picked the kid. Granted, he's supposed to be great. But the point is, you needed a nigga that could play right now at receiver according to what you're thinking, right? So why didn't you pick a receiver? Why didn't you pick the dude that went to Buffalo, man?
We got McCaffery in the 3rd.
Right. It didn't make, like I'm saying, why are you drafting guys and then want to pick other guys to play over them? Why you pick McCaffrey if you want Ayuk to come in and move Dotson down to his slot? You draft the guy.
That's why I don't think he's
coming. The guy in the starting rounds of the draft.
And that's why I was Steve. Ayuk ain't coming here.
Yeah, maybe next year, but not this year.
I don't think he's coming for $30 million unless you tell me you trading Terry
or Jahan.
Because it doesn't. Or Jahan. It don't make sense because he's still getting 1st round pick money. What's it, $5 to $7 million or something?
Who's that?
Dotson. It doesn't.
Yeah. His contract is getting bigger every year.
It doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't make sense on a team that probably is going to win 5 games. And if you're telling me we're going to win 10, 12 games and you got to go for it, then I'm like, yeah, for sure. Go ahead and knock some shit out. But you're going to pick a dude. You're going to pick a $30 million receiver to win 5 games, nigga. That's crazy talk, man.
Hey, Phil says, nah, Terry's that guy, Dev. Another receiver they cannot.
You can't name another receiver making $24 million or more, Terry, is better than, clearly. You can name some of these in a ballpark. You can't name another receiver in the NFL that makes $24 million.
Dev will never get off that comment. Keon says Keon was drafted top of the second.
I know, yeah, I realize that. You're right. He was drafted second. I thought we got him in the second. We got him in the third. The defensive tackle, right? You're right. My bad.
Yeah.
You still could have picked him though.
You could have. I don't know, man. It's a tough situation to be in, but once again, like.
I need to get a left tackle with this fucking money, dog. You're trying to get Brandon. Trade for a motherfucking left tackle. Trade for that, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sense of this. Y'all want to pick another receiver up that might.
Yeah, but they're just not out there.
Yeah, but good, solid receivers making $30 million is what y'all want to get. Make it make sense, man. Like that's a
all the good solid receivers going to be making $30 million.
Man, maybe you're right. I mean, you have one of them. You want two of them?
Yeah.
You don't have one of them.
We got Terry. He's picking 24. Dog.
24 is not 30.
Yeah, it's not. But it's
we don't know what's going to happen this year, man.
Name another team that has two receivers making $25+ million a year that's won Super Bowl.
None of them.
Right. Why the fuck you won't think you're going to be the first?
Well, the cap's going up every year, so these numbers are new and like.
How
this
many
could
games?
Be the norm.
How many games you got us winning this year, Deuce?
I got 7.
I think 7 max.
7 max.
I think 7 max. I think we're probably gonna win 4.
Phil had 8. Dev, you can't hedge bet, man. You got a number.
You said this. How you know they're gonna win 4 games before you pay the $30 million? Don't work like that.
It doesn't work like that.
You know you ain't gonna win 12 before you pay the $30 million, though, don't you? You know you ain't. I bet y'all all know we ain't winning 12. Y'all all know that.
If you're ready to compete and you're on one of those teams, maybe, but we're not. We are not those people.
He said another receiver. Hold on. Philip said another receiver would really open up the run game. Also, Dale. But guess what, man? It didn't last year. We passed 600 sometimes.
Because that's Eric Bieniemy, man. Eric Bieniemy did. That's why he's coaching in the for UCLA.
He passed the ball so much that Terry couldn't get 1,000 yards unless he played the last game in meaningless snaps. That's how much passing we did, bro.
And Jahan's catch percentage was horrendous last year.
Yeah,
Jahan was about the same.
They both had their career high drop percentages as well. They both dropped some like crucial gimmies too. Like I remember Terry dropped like a bunch of third down conversions that should have been first downs. Like out of nowhere.
I'm with you on that though, dudes, man. Honestly, keep it real. Like there's people on Twitter talking about we're gonna win 10 games. I'm like, man, I'll never say that until we do it. When we get to 9, I'll start saying, yeah, we're gonna win 10, bro. I would never believe this team's gonna be good until they're good, bro.
Real quick, before we run out of things, I do want to talk about this. I don't know how many of y'all are soccer fans.
None of us.
My kids love soccer. I'm slowly getting into soccer.
Soccer's
football.
like the old WNBA before Clark.
But you know what? If you know, what's his name? Kylian Mbappe. He's one of the most like polarizing players.
I seen him on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. That's the only reason I know who this nigga is. That's sad, right? I think she took one of the kids.
So he played
East West
for
Coast, whatever the kid's name.
Pierre Saint Germain. But now he's on Real Madrid, which is one of the premier teams in Europe. So he's making moves. He was
on PSG, which is also
Paris Saint Germain. Yes.
Every time I see this dude, you know what I think? I think, man, they do not know how to cut niggas' hair in Spain, bro. Every time I see this dude, I'm like, dude, how come niggas from other countries never got nice fades, bro? It's like just here. Like we the only ones that got barbers, man. Is it?
Yeah.
So, but the reason why this is crazy, because if you guys don't know, in 2023 last summer, we talked about last episode on the show, or 2 episodes ago, we talked about that private equity money coming into the NFL, like the Saudi oil money, these private corporations. So that happens in soccer. Saudis own teams in soccer, like the oil money, like the prince of, Saudi Arabia owns teams and shit. So the Saudi Arabian soccer team, Al Hilal, offered $1.1 billion to PSG.
So
he turned it down. Now that's not to pay him. That was from team to team. Like I'm going to pay
transfer fee and everything.
Yes, they're paid like he's a I'm not going to call it ownership of another human being, but it was like he was a fucking slave, dude. Like, I'm going to pay you, PSG, $1.1 billion just for the rights to sign you. And then I still got to sign the guy to a contract. Yeah. He turned it down. Like, that's crazy fucking money, dude. That's what I'm talking about. It's so stupid.
Once you make so much money, though,
he was going to get paid $332 million.
Yeah. Well,
transfer fee.
That's a year, right?
No. Hold on. $1.1 billion to buy the rights, the license to sign Dev.
That goes to the team, right?
Yes. Yeah, then a $330 million transfer fee.
Yeah.
To transfer.
Get his contract out there.
And then you still got to sign a contract deal.
Which would have been probably around the same.
Probably.
Yeah. So I mean, you got so much money. Then why you have I don't give a fuck money. You can make a decision like that.
They were going to pay him $775 million, and he still turned it down.
Once you have $700 million, what's the other $700 million going to do for you?
I don't know. Messi's making $400 million. It was just like that. No one needs that much money in the world.
Right. They made that back though.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay, so now we getting some soccer comments in the chat. Next topic: Slim Shady is back.
Absolutely, Slim
Shady determines contract. It's called kickball. This is huge. Mbappe is real. It's too nasty. Yes, my kids are getting me turned on to soccer. Paris Saint-Germain. Yes,
we know who's communist.
Going to Spain. Yes. Why he turned it down? I don't know. I don't know the inner workings of it, why he turned it down. This was last year, but this was like groundbreaking stuff like that. But this is the reason why the NFL kicked the can down the road last month on private equity coming to the NFL. Like, think about if, now I think the rule is owners must have a certain percentage if they buy a team of that equity just themselves as a person. You can't be sponsored by company X. So this is a big deal, man. This is a big deal for sports. That's why we figured we'd bring it up. Ryan said he was going to have his own private jet, housekeepers.
He already got all that, bro. He already got all that.
Yeah, but now it won't come out of his pocket.
To him.
Yeah, but he don't see it coming out of his check. He's like the Shatoni dog. He don't know $16 million.
Messi's MLS soccer will be over $2 billion. I mean, he is putting Florida. It's FC Miami. I forget the name of the team on the map. Their ticket, like if you go to a DC United game, the tickets are reasonably priced.
Are there more people at that game or Caitlin Clark game? You think?
Oh, Miami game for sure. You talking about like
Messi's game? America MLS soccer has more than.
Do you know what Messi did for MLS?
Stadiums are drawing as many as 40,000.
Messi revived. Those tickets went. I think my buddy wanted to get a home opener ticket. The cheapest ticket were like $500 for soccer, bro. For soccer,
I ain't with it, bro.
Down in Miami, it's crazy.
I went to soccer college too, man.
A global star there. That's why.
Yeah,
I went to a soccer college, man, where they won like 6 straight college. Yeah. And my roommate who went on to coach college soccer and went to MLS a year. Yes. So
Cody,
I still never
Cody,
we just started talking about this, okay?
Listen, it's Tuesday Sports Turmoil. All Sports Tuesday. We're going to be doing this probably on Mondays more often.
We talked about Olympic swimming. We talked about golf.
Hey, next week, we're going to talk about midget wrestling, Cody. How about that? And
I went to midget wrestling Saturday, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It was dope.
No, we're just trying to change it up a little. Remember, we're more than a sports podcast, even though we're talking about sports podcasts. Should be more than a Commander sports podcast because we're talking about other shit besides Commander football right now.
Hey, Ryan Elias wants to get us to run down on that contract.
All right. Give me a second, Ryan. I will send this to your Facebook. Stand by. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring Ryan Elias in here for a hot second here.
Let's see. Midget
wrestling. Joined by Ryan. So Ryan probably knows more about this than we do. But tell us, we're going to learn about this Mbappe deal because hopefully the Saudi deal.
I'll see you there, dog. That's hilarious.
Dew said he thought that Phil was going to come out to Dev in one of the clips.
What?
Trent Phoenix was going to come out. That's what he was talking about.
I was going to say, what Diddy and the Diddy?
We still got to get Phil those masks, the Rey Mysterio mask for him.
I got one here somewhere, man. Luchador mask.
I think Deuce was talking about we got to get Phil one so we can. He needs to wear it during an episode one day, and I think we still need to have that Trent Phoenix episode.
If I can find mine, I will. I'll wear it on one of my live streams.
I sent you that video, by the way, Steve.
Yes, Phil, I was wrong last time. Mr. Bullock, Chicago is coming to DC. I think I said last time on my notes.
I thought it was a home game at first too.
Yes, I did it wrong. It's there's Ryan. Ryan, lay it on us, Ryan.
What's
what
up,
you
man?
got?
Hey, let me turn this down. I'm playing Super Smash with my kids.
On the old switch. On the old switcheroo.
Yeah. Hey, man. So not so much with the Mbappe stuff. So like, here's what's crazy about Messi's contract. So Ronaldo took that $1 billion deal with.
What's up, buddy?
He took that $1 billion deal with one of those Arab countries in the UAE, and like they stink. But basically, it's like almost like he sold his soul to the Arabs, and he's making all his money, and he's not happy there. But he's basically like a pony show for Ronaldo, and they're just like using his name and whatnot. Messi denied that because they offered him a deal similar but more. And he decided to go to the MLS. So he only made $450 million for the 5 years, $50 million a year.
Yeah.
But he gets residual from Apple because you have to pay Apple to be able to watch these MLS games. So he gets all the merchandise.
Okay. He
gets money from merchandise from FC Miami, from Apple. And then after his contract's over, he gets ownership rights on the next 2 teams. So he can own 2 more teams in the MLS. And that right now the average going rate for an MLS team in a big market is $800 million to $1.2 billion. And so his contract is going to be far more than what any of these players have ever seen in history.
Yeah.
They don't have a salary cap in MLS, do they?
So in the MLS, they do it differently. So like we have owners here in the NFL, right, where there's a cap. So there is a sponsored party in the MLS that actually owns the team, but it's all shareholders. So they still have to abide based on like who is wanting to come into the league. So like if you get a big name like Messi, everyone has to agree that it's okay for him to go to the team before he actually signs. They can't just sign people like they do.
Wild.
It's crazy.
Wild.
So Messi had such a big pool that he brung all his Barcelona friends, like Suarez and everyone else that comes in, because he's just a big name. So now FC Miami's just dominating everybody with players that are like, and if you were MLS 35 plus, you suck. And these players who are 35 years old are still just killing it. So his contract is going to be, after he completes it and he has ownership rights to 2 teams, it's going to be
sit back and collect that money. Yeah,
well over $2 billion.
Pulling a Tom Brady at that point.
Yeah, I mean he's everybody loves Messi. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
I mean, you got these countries in Africa, Central America, just they watch him because he is the greatest.
Yeah.
You know? And but yeah, that's what's crazy. And the whole Mbappe thing, with him turning it down, he was trying to get a similar contract to Messi to where he would have ownership to Real Madrid. But I don't know if that's going to happen or not. But I mean, think about this. It's just like baseball. All the money's guaranteed.
Yeah.
And all the money. So think about $1 billion guaranteed. Dude, I'll be a fucking pony show.
Yeah.
I'll go out there and do some dancing and whatnot. Like, it's crazy. It's an absurd amount of money. But that's really why the difference between like Messi and Mbappe and Ronaldo is that in the long run, he's going to make a ton more and he's not going to have to play.
It's a means to an end. That's what it is.
100%.
Oh, snap. That's awesome. Well, Ryan, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for schooling us
soccer's
on
my
that,
thing, man. Soccer's my thing.
We'll have to do another episode. Yeah, you play soccer too.
I play kickball. I'm left-footed too, so I'll kill y'all.
Hey, Messi's left-footed, Dev. That's why it's a rare talent.
Yeah, I'm left-footed and right-handed. Left-footed and right-handed.
Yeah.
That's why I could easily dunk in like at 6'2". I could do windmills and everything when I was young.
So left-footed, you write with your right hand.
Yeah, right hand, left foot kick field goals and kick.
You ambidextrous guy.
Hey man, if only you were a left-handed pitcher, you know what I mean?
Strut.
Hey, when he was like 3 or 4 years old, I used to tape his right hand down just so he could throw with his left hand.
I can throw a football with two hands.
That's some LeVar Ball type shit. That's Joe Jackson stuff over there, man.
CPS shit, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, do this if you need help back there, man.
Hey, blink twice if you need help.
Oh, snap.
Joe Jackson and your kids, man.
Hell yeah, man. Like, I spend enough every year. We all do. You know what I mean? You got a bunch of kids.
Oh yeah, hey man.
Bill got kids.
Yeah.
Steve got kids. We hope an investment turns out at one point.
Hey, someone's got to make it big, man.
I wish I could take my kid into GM. That way he'll definitely try harder at sports. Like, you do not want me in here, bro. You do not want me in here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Dude said, where's Freddie Adu at? I don't know who Freddie Adu is. Is he
Freddie Adu? Oh man,
Freddie Adu. He was
16.
So back in like the early 2000s. He was like this big kid that came out, and people were questioning his age. He was like 16, but he looked like he was 24.
Oh, like the Dominicans in the Little League World Series.
So they were kind of
United signed him to a contract at age 13.
Yeah, he was like Caitlin Clark when he came out, bro.
When he started playing,
he was like
they thought he was going to be that.
He never made it. He actually he didn't really do anything, and honestly. He is actually where you guys in Maryland, I believe.
Yeah.
He's like a local travel coach right now. So he's kind of built this community around like travel soccer, and I think he's in Maryland right now. So he didn't really blow up to what everyone was hyping him to be, but yeah, he's kind of like a no name really at this point.
He's Caitlin Clark at like 13, 14 though.
They thought he was the next one. Yeah.
Hey, sometimes I question, man. Caitlin Clark be giving them man vibes sometimes. I'm like, is she or is she not? You know what I mean?
85% of the chicks in the WNBA look like Dennis Schroeder, bro. They just don't do Dennis Schroeder shit. Well, there's about 12 that are bad though. I mean,
I
ain't really into
the thousands. I told you, Kelsey Plum. Hey, Brink though.
I think Reese is cold with it.
Hey, Reese too. Hey, sometimes she has her days or not. Look, like the other day when she was talking all that shit about Caitlyn, I was sitting there looking at her and I was like, damn, she looked like the damn sloth from Ice Age. And
oof. That's tough.
I can't see.
Just watching that the other day.
The eyelashes sometimes like
that's why I like Glorilla, bro. That's the reason I like Glorilla.
But then other times it's like, all right, cool, if you had a couple beers, you're good, but yeah, I appreciate you. Hey,
I've done a lot worse.
Yeah, hey, we all have. Let me tell you. I've had a roly poly once or twice in my life. I'll tell you.
All right, Ryan. Well,
earmuffs.
Yeah. Did you find your pen?
No, I don't know where it's at, bro. Dude, it's like no.
Yeah, hey, I've lost a treat or two.
Oh my god! Like I have no idea, bro. I'm hunting. I'm hunting, man, and because your boy's jonesing a little bit. Now it's kind of like a thing that you do here and there.
Yeah.
But, the last couple of days, I'm sitting there like checking the couch creases, under the carpet. I'm checking my pockets. I'm checking the laundry room to see if it got washed. Like I don't know. No clue, bro. No clue. I need one. Yes. That looks like that'd just put me out for night time.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck to you, man. Hope your kids. I guess he's signed off.
He peaced out. Look at that.
All good. All good.
Look at that. Man came in, he dropped, and then he knew.
No diddy.
Got out. See, that's what you call that is perfect because we're about to wrap this up.
Well, you know how we do.
Hold on, is killing me. I'll be right back.
Hold on, I do want to show one quick thing. It said, give me the music for 1 second. Dev shared a quick video with us of his mid wrestling experience.
Little people wrestling. See the next one I seen you where they jumping the hell out of that dude.
A little wee man action.
They jumping. There's one where I sent you there. It's jumping the hell out of.
I only saw that one.
There's one that's dude. He's shaped like a meatball. His name literally was Meatball.
Yeah, man. Hey, well, you know how we close out all our episodes, man. Y'all got anything good in your life? Let's end this on a positive note, man. Lift everybody up.
I got a weekend river float that I'm looking forward to.
Hold on. Deuce said, tap me so I can tell you about my onions going first. You want to pop in here, Deuce? Is that what you're saying?
Hold on. I gotta take a pee, man. I can't do it.
Are you saying you're gonna pop in here real quick, Deuce? Is that did I understand that correctly? I will bring you up, man. Just let me know. Said you're starting your garden. That's awesome. I want to start a garden so bad. I just can't bring myself around to do it. I love some green onions. It is a commitment. It is I worry about. People are telling me like you can get these, those pre-made like wooden fabricated things you can put in your backyard. I hear tomatoes are easy to grow. Strawberries are kind of easy to grow. I'm thinking of all the things that I buy from the grocery store. It's mostly like strawberries. I eat green onions all the time. I don't know, man. I wouldn't mind starting a garden one day. I will do it one day. That's one of the things I want to do probably after I retire, man. It's just start a garden. But props to you, Deuce, man. I think that's awesome. Troy Evans, I hope the Commanders have a great season this year. So do we, bro. So do we.
So too. We're not the most optimistic, but we're hoping that we take the right steps forward.
I got 7 wins. Dev has 7 wins. Phil has 8 wins. So that's our preseason prediction. We'll reevaluate the predictions when we go after camp, after the cuts are made, after preseason. When they get down to the 53, we'll probably do it again.
He's joking. So he's not doing any gardens.
I know some black farmers. I've worked on the farm a lot when I was a little kid, bro.
He said he's got 4 kinds of beans, 2 kinds of peas, carrots, onions, radishes, lettuce with chard, and it doesn't help. Garden chard.
I got beans, potatoes, and carrots and lettuce, and yeah. I don't know what you're saying, but yeah.
Oh man,
I know what you don't have though. Yams, sweet yams.
That's true.
Show me way.
He's only one yam. Troy's got 7 wins also. That's good, Cody. That's good to hear, man. Yam says, I survived through Tuesday so far. Good enough, right? Still waiting for these dang schools to call me. The one I applied to is for like maybe 7 minutes from my house, man. Hope you get it, man. Hope you get it, bro. What else is good in everyone's life, man?
I'm looking at my phone up here because I got my phone camera. And I can see alerts. I can see that I'm getting text messages from guys that I got coming in that I've hired into my job. They're supposed to be coming in next week, sending me messages. And I'm like, bro, I'm after hours. I don't have to answer your text messages, man.
Yeah.
I'll take care of that 8 a.m. tomorrow when I'm in the office.
Right. That's a tomorrow problem. I love you, but that's for tomorrow problem. Yes, that's for tomorrow problem. What's good in my life right now? My kids' travel soccer is ending this weekend, which is very taxing on my wife and I. So I'll be glad that portion of us alive. And we get about 2 months.
Do y'all both go to the games, or do y'all like alternate times?
We always have other activities, so we split. We never can go to the games together because the other kids always have activities. So it's either us or a babysitter taking the kids to somewhere else.
So it's also it's bike riding season. So it's ending just in time for you, Steve.
Yeah, I don't have time to ride. I don't have time to ride my motorcycle as much as I would love to. I really would want to, but
I'm going to watch Acolyte tonight from Disney Plus. I can't wait for that shit. That's gonna probably be my new X-Men thing I talk about. So be prepared for that. Okay. Acolyte on Disney Plus, Star Wars shit. Looks very, very good. The makers of Andor and Mandalorian did this, so I'm pretty excited to watch that.
Nice.
And I'm going to watch Furioso Saturday probably.
Okay. Deuce says he has 3 types of onions. One you can grow in the house for 8 weeks. I'm not a big red. I like green onions. Green onions is my thing. So, Deuce, that's awesome. Onions are. It'd be good to see. You got to make sure you post pictures, man. I love seeing that. Troy said, "I go for my 7th gold medal this weekend in Special Olympics, dude.
That's what's up. What events are you doing?
That's amazing, man.
What events are you doing?
Yeah, let us know, man. I have some friends that competed, veterans that competed in I forget, don't quote me on the title, but it's like the veteran Paralympic like they've lost, either their amputee or suffered some injury in the military. They have these different games, Invictus games, where they compete around the world against other people. So I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, Troy, he's going to do bowling.
Oh,
very interesting, man. That's awesome.
I'm terrible at bowling. Our friend Denny is an actual. He goes on pro circuits every now and then. He's like an amateur bowler, but he actually bowls on pro circuits a lot. He's bowled probably 25 300s. He has rings for almost all of them. He's the real deal, man. He's got a bunch of videos. You can check him out. Denny Morrison. He's pretty good at bowling, man. That's
awesome. Yeah, Troy, good stuff, man. Ryan said his phone died. No worries, man. It actually worked out to a good transition because we were transitioning to the end of the show. So that's awesome. Deuce says we're sponsoring a fishing trip in September. All right, there you go.
I went fishing as a 13-year-old and found a dead body. I haven't been since. I'm not doing that shit no more, man. I'm like, I never told y'all this story.
What?
Yeah. What? I didn't really find it as my cousins that found it, but I was there with them. So
yeah.
It's not very good deal. I think I was more 11 or 12, really, but
yeah, that's wild. Well, Troy, congrats, man. I best of luck to you, man, and we support you and hope you can pull it off. Just hit you with the follow there on Twitter, man. So best of luck to you. Let us know how it goes. Hopefully we'll be back on Thursday and next Monday as well. So let us know how it goes and keep us posted, man. Let you know how you do in bowling. Let know where you're competing at. That'd be pretty cool too. Where we can say, we know somebody. We know somebody who's competing in the Special Olympics, man. That's good stuff. All right, anybody else? Got anything good, man? Good in your life before we close on down?
I'm getting married on 3rd of July, probably. So that week I won't be on the podcast. I'll be in Vegas.
I hope not. I hope you will not be on this podcast that week, man. You should not be.
I'm gonna be on some poontang. No, I was joking. But
there you go.
Sweet yams. That's what I'm gonna be in. But definitely, that's what I'm gonna be doing.
Good stuff.
Oh yeah, there's a Little Shop of Horrors play that's doing auditions. I thought about jumping in auditions just for shits and giggles.
Dev, you gotta be Audrey too.
Dude, that's exactly what I'm going for. Look, dog.
Suddenly see more.
Right, back at I want to do more Skid Row or something. I don't want to do that one. But no lie. When I was like in 5th or 6th grade, I used to every day after school, man, me and this girl we used to always go to our house because our parents always at work and watch Little Shop of Horrors when we was kids. So I knew all the songs as kids. That girl ended up growing up to be like 2nd place in Miss America, by the way. Veronica Duca, look her up. We lived next door to each other in the projects growing up. We went out through high school together as friends and everything, man. And she ended up being like 2nd place in Miss America. Well, we used to watch Little Shop of Horrors all the time when we were kids, bro. So I know the song.
Man. Steve Martin. Damn, who's the other guy?
The Plant.
Well, no. Steve Martin and
all the members of Martin Lawrence was on that motherfucker.
He was in Parenthood. What am I doing?
Steve Martin, the dentist.
Steve Martin, the dentist. I'm sorry. Who was the little guy? Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis.
Yeah. Sorry, couldn't hear it. Ryan said, "Dev, you can hit her with the Booker T Spinaroonie."
Hey, I ain't got. I'm 46. I got 3 moves, dog, and one. I saved one of them for the holidays. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have to follow the train track to see the body, aka Stand By Me?
I literally, man. I got a cousin of mine named Bread. He's light skinned. That's what we call him, Bread. But he his dad's white. We call him Bread. But he fished, threw in and pulled out. We could see like the corner of his face. And we had to run like 5 miles up the street.
No thanks, man.
It's
traumatizing, dude. Bring out the Ozzy Brothers vibe. Yep, Troy, have a great night, man. All right, we're going to shut this one down. Thank you for tuning in. This was a little off kilter. Trying to do some all sports content here in between our Thursday live streams. Thursdays will be still continue to be centered on Commanders, but the Mondays are going to be a free for all, and we'll see what happens. Still end up talking Commanders because we can't avoid it. So. Yeah, went a little long, but we appreciate everyone tuning in. Love each and every one of you guys. Please hit that like button if you're watching here on YouTube. We greatly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And go follow Troy Evans.
I followed him back just now.
Just hit you up, Troy. I followed you from our podcast account, so please follow back. That'd be awesome, man. Appreciate you. All right, we're going to get on out of here. We'll see you guys Thursday for some Commanders talk. And keep it sleazy. As always, peace and hail. We out.